Our book talk is on the book called Tangerine by Edward Bloor. Our genre is realistic fiction, and other books by the same author are Crusader.
Can you imagine being legally blind and because of that you're not allowed to play your favorite sport?
I chose this book because my teacher suggested it to me and I thought it looked interesting.
I chose this book because I like it best from the previews.
I chose this book because it said he was blind, and I'm also blind in a way.
I chose this book because Mr. Skip recommended it to me.
I chose this book because my teacher suggested it and the video looked cool.
The characters in this story are Paul. He's legally blind and he likes soccer. And he's also very nice. Eric is his older brother. He's mean, rude. He's a football player and he's abusive to Paul. And then our supporting characters in our story are Arthur. He's a tag-along to Eric. He's rude, he's bulky and mean, and he's also a football player. And Joey is Paul's friend. He's a soccer player and he's athletic.
The problem is, Paul wants to play soccer but can't because he's legally blind.
The setting is in Tangerine County in Florida, which has a lot of muck fires and random lightning strikes.
Something interesting is that Paul's parents told him that he went blind because he looked at a solar eclipse.
I was standing in the goal at soccer practice, taking shots from some of the starting players, mostly 8th graders. They've all picked up on what the kid in the gross sweatshirt said about my goggles. They call me Mars. That's okay with me. I've been called worse. What's important is that I'm a player, and they all recognize that. I'm their starting goalie, right? So I was standing in the goal wearing the red pullover goalie shirt, handling some pretty easy shots. Gino was over on the sideline talking to Coach Walski. I saw them kind of looking at me, and then Gino came running over and yelled, "Hey Mars, is your name Paul Fisher?" "Yeah, Coach wants to see you." "Alright." I figured that was it. This was going to make it all official. The coach was going to tell me how impressed he has been in my play at goal, and so on. I hustled over to the sideline. "Coach Walski, you wanted to see me?" "Are you Paul Fisher?" "Yes, sir." He looked at his clipboard and flipped through some pages until he found a memo. Paul, you have an IEP, is that correct?" "Yes, sir." Coach Walski looked pained. "I'm sorry to tell you this, Paul, but you're not eligible for the program." "Sir, you can't play. You can't play soccer for Lake Windsor Middle School."